everyone. It's your big sister Chiquis, and you've reached my personal voicemail box for the Dear Chiquis podcast. I'm here to give you advice on anything and everything you need help with, whether you're going through a breakup or having issues with your family, or maybe you have a question about my personal life. Whatever the case is, I want to hear from you. Remember, these are my thoughts and my opinions, and if you're suffering from a serious issue or hardship, you should seek help from a qualified professional. All right, now go ahead and leave your message at the sound of the beep.
Hi, baby. It's me, Alexis the bestest. I don't know if you remember me. I was listening to your mom's song, Parrandera Rebelde y Atrevida, and I feel like I know your voice anywhere. Like, Janae, I know your voice anywhere. And I can swear that I hear you on the intro of that song. I might be wrong, I don't know. But if that was you, what was it like to be in the studio with your mom? Like, I don't know, I feel like that's just different, right? But it's so cool.
Alexis the bestest. Okay, I need to know more information. If I remember you from where? I'm trying, because I don't want to lie and tell you that I do, because I meet a lot of people. But on your next voice note, just tell me, give me a little hint, okay? But regarding your question, yes, that is me. That and also on Las Malandrinas as well in the intro and at the end of the song. It was really cool. It was fun because things were recorded differently, I feel, then. We all had to be in the studio. So it was not only me, it was my mom's sister. It was my mom's brother's wife as well. So it was a bunch of us in the studio just haciendo un desmadre. And it was a lot of fun, just cracking up and, you know, being rebeldes. So yes, it was me, and it was an amazing, amazing experience, something I won't forget. And it's really cool because Johnny just sent it to me the other day, that one of the songs, actually Las Malandrinas, is trending on TikTok. And he's like, look where you guys are at, because it's us together. So it was really cool. So yeah, that is me. You got it right, girl. I love that you guys recognize my voice anywhere. I was at freaking the grocery store the other day, and I was in an aisle by myself, and all of a sudden I was talking to Emilio, and all of a sudden someone comes from the other aisle, didn't even see me, but recognized my voice. So that's kind of cool. You guys can, you know my voice. I love that. Thank you for your question, girl. I hope you're doing good. Okay, guys. So now we have a question from Jay.
Hi, Chiquis. I just want to first off and say that I love you and your siblings, and of course your mama. You know, she's a legend. May she live on forever and ever. So on that note, what do you think your mom's concerts would be like in the year 2025? Do you think she would make them more modern? Do you think that they would be the same as they were when she was here? I always wondered what her concerts would be like in 2025 in this day and age. Also, my second question is, would your mom listen to the music from today? Do you think she would like Karol G or Bad Bunny or Fuerza Regida or Peso Pluma? Do you think she would listen to the music from today? Thank you, Chiquis.
I love you guys so much. And Jay, thank you. Thank you for loving us, for loving my mother. And I love your question. I think about this all the time. Johnny and I were talking about that the other day. Johnny's my little brother, for those of you that don't know. But anywho, I'm the eldest and Johnny's the youngest. And we were talking about this. I think that my mom's concerts were so unique and one of a kind. I miss them all the time because I've gone to different concerts, artists in regional Mexican music, and they just are different. Not bad, but they're not Jenni Rivera's concerts, I do think my mom would modernize them a bit, but I always thought she was kind of ahead of her time, and especially in her genre. So she was a very traditional woman and respected that quite a bit, but she would for sure add some of like what's happening right now, what's trending in a funny way. And she would make fun of it in a funny way. We always say my mom would have been canceled so many times and she wouldn't have even given an F. She would have bounced right back. because my mom was so honest. And right now we're living in an era that's very, what's the word? I guess crystallized. I know very, it's different now. And my mom no tenía pelos en la lengua. So we always joke about that. But she was funny, as you guys know, and you guys have watched I Love Jenni, and she was just a funny woman. So for sure, I think she would add that funk and, spark in what's happening to her shows, but in her own Jenni fashion. And I do think that my mom would like Karol G, and she would like Bad Bunny, and even Peso Pluma. And she would probably get on everyone's case and tell them, mijo, sit your ass down. Let me tell you about this and that and blah, blah, blah. Like, I do see that. Like, she would like it. I don't know if she would listen to it every day, but I think she would vibe out to it, But yeah, it's so funny that you asked that, Jay. I love it. But yeah, my mom was always the cool hip mom. Our friends loved her. She was like, one of our friends as well. So I do see it. I would love to see what my mom would do on Instagram, because she was such a Twitter queen. I don't know if she would do TikTok. She probably would do it with like Jayla, with my nieces, and do little dances. Oh my gosh, it makes me miss her so much. I'm going to get emotional. But thank you so much, Jay, for your question. You made my heart feel good, because yeah, I wish my mom was here for sure. All right, guys. Last question comes from Eliana.
Hi, Chiquis. First off, I just wanted to say that I am such a huge fan of yours and your mom's. I've watched all of your reality shows. I listen to both of your guys' music, and I just think you both are so great and very family oriented, and I absolutely love that. But my question is, because I recently started reading your very first book called Forgiveness, and I can relate to some of the things that you went through, such as dealing with your abuse, because I was abused by my babysitter's older sons. My question is, how did you have the courage to go up on the stand and testify against your dad? That must have been a very terrifying experience.
Oh, Eliana, I'm so sorry that you experienced that. I know how life-changing it can be and how much it can determine who we become in our future, because what happens to us, especially when we're young and innocent, can affect us a lot as adults. And I'm telling you, because I thought I had healed completely the abuse. And as I'm getting older, it has come up here and there, especially in my relationships. So I understand. I was just talking to my life coach this morning about that, about the courage when I testified and how scared I was. And what kept me going was the fact that my mom did have my back, that she never questioned me. That helped me a lot, which is why I always tell people, especially in the Latin community, it happens more than we think, more than we would like. And I think what a lot of mothers do wrong, or parents, is they brush it under the rug because it's usually a family member, and they turn the other cheek. And that's the worst thing that you could do, because I'm so grateful that my mom had my back and she was there. So I think that helped me. And also knowing that telling my story and standing up for justice, although I loved my dad and I didn't want anything bad to happen to him, knowing that it was out of my control, the consequences for his actions were out of my control. Whatever God decided to do, whatever the court decided to do, that was out of my hands. And what I needed to do was stand up and tell my truth. And not only that, but I was going to be able to help other people by speaking my truth. And I was scared and I was trembling and I cried every single time I had to go to court. But I did it for the better good, not only for myself, for my justice, but for justice in general, and to show people that there's a lot of strength that comes from speaking your truth and using your voice. And that's what kept me going. That's what gave me the courage to do it. So yeah, and I'm sending you a big hug, and I hope that you're okay. And just remember, therapy and prayer helps a lot. And just be patient with yourself, because there will be days where you're fine. And then there's going to be a day where you're like, oh my gosh, this is affecting me in this area of my life. It's a process, and trust the process and also be patient with the process. But thank you for your question. Alexis and Jay and Eliana, I send you guys all a hug. Thank you for taking the time to leave a message and leave me your questions. And I always enjoy hearing from you guys. So if you who are listening have a question and haven't yet left one, you can leave me a voice note about anything. It could be my personal life. It could be about your life, your business, something that you want to do and you don't know how to start. I'm here to give you the best advice from the bottom of my heart. So leave your question at speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast. Thank you guys. I love you. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.